So Bungie released an article 3 days ago on Thursday called Destiny. Destiny, every end is a new beginning.
Short for we're canceling the game.
Internet Zen Master for 5. Temp, you're telling me you don't archive the links in case it gets deleted? Sloppy. Also, how is Dylan?
Honestly, guys, I'm awake. I've been sleeping like crap. That's the main thing. I'm fixing that. It's just like, I am in a new place. It is weird, but I'm getting there.
Fair. And Sly Maverick for 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Sly. No, I do archive links. It's just sometimes, like, I just will see them while I'm doing something else, like, whatever, and I'll just, like, click and, like, oh, I want to work on that. Click. And then I just lose it until... Like, I've had once, literally at, like, different times where I'm like, oh, I need to see that, and then I'll grab it, and then I look in the docket, and I've already grabbed it. And I guess that means I'm being extra certain that I have it, but... Here. Victus is saying look at SteamDB. Let's look at SteamDB while it's...
For Destiny?
Yeah, for Destiny and Marathon.
You do them side by side.
Yeah. Here. Alright, so Destiny right now is at 17,000 players.
Scroll out about 6 months.
I mean,
Yeesh.
that was 71,000.
That is a jump.
But still, I mean...
Yeah, but look at that jump.
Yeah. When was that?
They haven't had numbers like this since February.
No, they haven't. And I suspect once that update comes out... So we're going to get into that. But Marathon is at... Yeah.
Jeez.
They are still hitting new lows.
Yeah, they're hitting new lows. And here's the thing. They're going to hit even more new lows. Actually, let's do this. Compare.
Downloading more RAM. Oh my gosh. I love that.
So, Marathon had an all-time peak 24 hours of 11,000 players, whereas Destiny 2 had an all-time peak of 18,583 players.
And it'll probably go up as
it will probably be going
time goes
up.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Bungie... I really hope Bungie does not do what I... To be underhanded for Bungie, but they could do it. Announce the death of the game and then see a shitload of new players or like returning players and then go, wait,
go back on it.
Maybe we'll just not kill it because we got a whole bunch of players.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I hate
It'd be a very scummy thing for them to do.
It'd be incredibly scummy. And if they do that, you can kiss both of them goodbye. Because that means that Bungie's willing to fake a death to get life back.
I was about to say I'd be fine with that, but...
But, so they won't do that. At least they better not do that. At this point, just commit to the death.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, let's go and give it a read. It's a long article. So,
oh boy.
And there's some
be reading for a
stuff
while.
in here.
I've been talking for a lot. You get to read.
Yeah, exactly. I get to read for the next 3 hours, Jack. It's fantastic. For almost 12 years, we have had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all. Through all the ups and downs, surprises and triumphs, building Destiny alongside our players has been a monumental privilege. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2.
Which is insane, because this is definitely not what they said back when they were working on Final Shape. They were talking about all of the things they wanted to do afterwards, and they had way more years of content after the game. So they really just don't want to admit the big elephant in the room, and that is that Sony told them to stop working on Destiny.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Internet Zen Master for 5. I'll be honest, as an outsider on Destiny, this game has been needed to get Old Yeller 2 to 3 years ago. Its time has passed. And then Lobert for 5. Sony's best option is to axe both games, write them off on taxes, then shut Bungie or sell it. That won't happen. Here's the thing. I I would have been more surprised if Bungie said we're literally shutting off the servers for Destiny 2, considering Destiny 1 servers are still up. As our focus turns towards a new beginning for Bungie, we will begin work incubating our next games. To that end, on June 9th, 2026, we will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2 to begin that new journey as a studio. Though active development may be concluding, we will ensure that Destiny 2 remains playable, just as the original Destiny is today. Many changes in this final update will aim to ensure that Destiny 2 is a welcoming place for players to return to. We're proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy it has created. Because of all you all, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, we have forged lifelong memories and friendships with you all. We are incredibly grateful to everyone who made that journey with us. From the deepest part of our hearts, thank you, and we'll see you in the stars. So, Destiny 2, Monument of Truth. This is the update coming in June. That is going to be the final update for Destiny 2. Since Destiny 2 launched, Guardians have turned back the darkness, defeated gods, shattered blades, banished nightmares, outplayed Savathûn at chess, and forged legendary stories across the Sol system. On June 9th, Destiny Monument of Triumph will be available to all players. We're inviting all Guardians to take place in a celebration of these accomplishments. Legends, Dredgens, Renegades, Conquerors, New Lights, and everyone in between.
Nah, fuck the New Lights.
Each year since launch, Moments of Triumph celebrated highlights from Destiny 2's most recent chapter. This time...
That makes me think. Imagine if you decided to get this game with the most recent expansion that came out a couple of months ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
Imagine you get this game in December and you're like, oh boy, they're saying that they've got a lot of content they want to do for this game. And then this happens.
Yeah. Are these new armor sets? Sorry, I just realized this. Are these new armor sets? Never realized that. They might be new armor sets. Neat. Legendary marks for return from ages. Sorry, let me make sure that. This time, the Monument of Triumph update will broaden that celebration, bringing together experiences from across Destiny 2. Well, do you want to start with bringing back the content you sunset? No? Okay.
No, they deleted it.
Legendary marks return from ages of triumphs past. Earned by completing a game-wide array of triumphs, they will grant access to a wide selection of free armor ornaments, accessories, weapon engrams, and more. An additional title and armor ornament set awaits those who range widely in their deeds, immortalizing your legacy in Destiny 2. But this update has much more to offer than the monument itself. Rediscovering Sol. We've been embracing the mission by making this update feel meaningful. Looking back at many of the requests that players have shared with us over the years, while finding ways to bring some of them to life. And now, on June 9th, we're aiming to deliver a collection of love letters to players across all activity types within Destiny 2. Although many were intended for future releases, we wanted to make sure you had them in this update. Our goal is to ensure Destiny 2 can be a place you can come back to and feel rewarded no matter what you play, while also having enough variety and activities to fit your mood as a given play session. Whether you're looking to play competitively, slay a god or two, or spend some time exploring the destinations, there will be something for you. Not always, just something. Below, you'll find a laundry list of features and bullets but expect further blog breakdowns to give a full picture. And of course, a few surprises for you to find on launch day 2. Story. Monument of Triumph will deliver small character beats to leave the story and characters in interesting places, touching on themes across Destiny. We encourage reading and exploring to find all the Easter eggs, callbacks, reveals, and love for the lorehounds. The return of the director.
Yay! Everybody was so pissed off when this was gone.
I'm mad.
Was Lawless Frontier the new planet?
So the Lawless Frontier is Mars.
Okay.
It's
so, I have one question. Because I didn't get to touch Destiny 2 for the most part.
Right.
So I'm mostly in the dark on this.
Yeah.
My question was, so they said it's still playable for Destiny 1. I intend to prove that, but the question specifically is, what in God's name is the director?
So, okay. So the director is like So what you see on your screen right here is all the different like destinations you can go to. This was essentially replaced by the portal back in the Edge of Fate, which was the 2 expansions ago. The portal was basically kind of like a here's everything you should do. It's like the recommendations tab in 14, but made really dumb, and it's a gigantic mess and no one liked it. And they essentially replaced the director with that. This is the director where it's like if you have like a thing on that destination, it'll show here. So you see this like symbols on Kepler, the Throne World, the Lawless Frontier, stuff like that.
Right.
That means
is Kepler the new planet?
Kepler is one of the new planets.
Okay.
Those icons mean that there is something for you to do there. Now, admittedly, I don't know.
That's kind of frustrating.
If there's show or if that's like, because that was what it was when I played. I don't know if like that's what these new icons mean. But taking a fairly good guess, that's what it means. But
that's kind of frustrating if you're someone that tries to do all of like the stuff, because then it's going to be okay. Well, where is it exactly?
Yep. No, absolutely. Yep. And the portal basically kind of tried to make it like that. Where it's like, oh, everything you can do is on this one page. And to say that the portal coming out nearly killed the game. Well, actually, it did kill the game. It says a lot of how bad it was.
I heard the sunset content is in the China one. Kind of, yeah.
What is really interesting about this is that there have been fan mock-ups for like, what if you combine the directors for Destiny 1 and Destiny 2? And it showed like Venus, Mars, the Dreadnought, the Plague Lands, the other places that we can't go to in D2, along with the planets that we have in D2. While this is not the version of that, they've definitely taken fan concepts for the director with designing this, because this is way more detailed than we've had in ever. I do wish, and I'm noticing this, and this bothers me a mild bit. I really wish that behind the moon we had the Leviathan, like we used to, because the Leviathan is still there. It's just we can't do anything with it.
Right.
Anyway, we have embraced the player feedback about the director and portal, and a newly refreshed director returns to its rightful place as the center of activities in Destiny 2. All portal activities are still available via lists in the nodes at the bottom of the director, which is this right here. In fact, this is very reminiscent of the old D1 director. Because in the old D1 director, you used to have all these different tabs, like the featured raid, featured strike, featured PvP, like activity, like Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, just off in the corner, like over here. This is actually all we've asked for, literally since Destiny 2 came out, and they're giving us this when Destiny 2 is dying. So Bungie, on behalf of every player who has begged this of you for years, fuck you.
I'm gonna be honest, as dude who played Destiny,
they're not doing that.
Well, as a dude who plays and owns, like, Chad, let me give you an idea. I own the OG Destiny, and the OG Destiny not on PS4 or PS5, on PS3. Like, legitimately, as somebody who's looked at this and having you guys explain it, assuming what all is, like, there, I'm just like, why didn't y'all just, A, take the advice from the community, and B, why didn't you theme it, like, a little bit. Maybe I'm pulling too much because I've played too much and biased on this one, but why not pull like the star map from Warframe?
Mm-hmm.
Do something similar.
By the way.
Yeah.
No, thanks for the reminder. I think that's what I'll play while we're talking about this.
Fair. I don't blame you for that one.
Chat, this is my list of Pokemon that I'm collecting right now, by the way. I'll show it more when I actually have a list to show.
So, the director, this is a fantastic spot. If all Bungie could do was bring back all the Sunset content and stories, I'd say Destiny 2 is actually a fantastic game to get into. Minus, of course, the couple of stinker stories from the seasons. But
Yeah, they brought back all of that lost content. I think it would get way more love and attention.
It would, absolutely.
I mean, I'd be apt to playing it. I'd literally buy all of the DLC if they brought everything back, because I played when it was free to play, and I can't play the same game anymore. And legitimately, I would be okay with doing that. Like for devs I support, a great example. Like when Stellar Blade came out, I haven't spent on the cosmetics for Nikke, but I have no problem playing the hell out of the game and singing its praises. And then proceeded to pre-order Stellar Blade and everything under the sun with it. And they know who they sell it to, but I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I just want to say, chat on my screen can see this. Excuse me. I forgot that I decided to color my oh fuck, I can't remember this
Dante?
character's name. Yeah, I forgot that I colored Dante so that he looks all white.
Sperm.
No, that's not why he's white.
I know, but because of like the wavy bits, it gives off sperm vibes.
That's not why he's white.
I know. Dante, because he's
I feel like I
Egyptian
should be
themed.
concerned.
Anyway, Pantheon 2.0. This is both good and frustrating. I hate this and I love this.
Oh,
A new Pantheon is coming as a permanent addition with a fresh slate of bosses to challenge and overcome. June 9th, the first slate of bosses becomes available with 2 activities, each featuring a unique roster of bosses. June 13th, what we're calling the Gauntlet, the full lineup of boss encounters in a single activity. And June 16th, encounter rotations begin. Players can attempt featured single boss encounters for rewards. For those who don't know why this is frustrating, there have been leaks for months about Pantheon 2.0. So we've pretty much known this is coming.
right.
But the leak that we heard was the bosses they're going to give us for Pantheon 2.0 is the bosses they yoinked away from us when they sunset Red War all the way up through Forsaken. And those
Really?
Yes.
Let me get this straight. So the bosses and the content that you sunset, that you said you deleted and we could not get back, I'm suddenly getting back.
Yep.
What?
Yep. And this image all but proves it. Because 3 of these bosses, that is Leviathan, that is Eater of Worlds, and that is my brain wants to say Garden of Salvation, but that's very wrong. Crown of Sorrow. They don't show Spire of Stars boss here, or the Scourge of the Past boss here, but those were also leaked to be coming out in this update. But that means every single boss that you sunset is coming back for Pantheon 2.0. Again, when it comes to Director, on behalf of the entire Destiny community, Bungie, fuck you. I love this, but fuck you.
It's just like, so did they delete the content or did they have to rush to recreate this content?
I'm going to create a hot take. I think it's very possible they may have pulled NetEase for this.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm fairly certain the way this is, and I don't think they rushed this. I think they either, like Temp said, they invoked a NetEase, or they pulled everything from the Chinese version.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because NetEase, or the Destiny Rising, has the Leviathan raid.
Yeah, because if they've got it on the Chinese version, it's distinctly possible they're pulling it. My question is, how did that happen? Was that because of the original OG Destiny 2, or?
Well, so some people think that NetEase completely rebuilt the raid.
Yeah, I think that's what probably happened.
And if that is the case, that means Bungie would have went to them saying, hey, we deleted that with no intention of bringing it back, but we're killing the game, and we want to bring it back. Do you have it?
Bruh.
Yeah. But that means, at the same time, NetEase may have also helped them rebuild Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, Spire of Stars, Crown of Sorrow, Scourge of the Past.
And they're not bringing those to the game?
They're not bringing the full raids, they're just bringing the bosses.
That's even worse.
Yep.
The Callous Room was used during a season, they still have it. It doesn't mean they're not going to bring back the entire thing.
Yeah. Raid and dungeon loot updates. All raid and dungeon weapons and armor have been revisited to bring them to modern standards, with full tier parity, set bonuses, new perks, and more. Crafted weapons will have an upgrade path for tiers 1 through 5, with more information coming in a future article. Weekly featured raids and dungeons return, giving players additional
They took that
opportunities
away?
for high-tiered rewards each week. Yes, they did.
Why?
No one knows. No one knows. But they took those away.
Just like no one knows why this game is fucking dying.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have all details and specifics planned for a future TWID. Destinations, a trip down memory lane. Destination weapons and armor have also been revisited to bring them to modern standards, with full tier parodies, yeah, bonuses, new perks, blah, blah, blah. Some destinations will have distortions, a new addition to bring more variety and a touch more challenge to your time planet side. Distortions also bring unique rewards to earn for participating beyond your slate of destination drops. What that means is Bungie is adding probably something in the Vex storyline that is causing issues in each destination you can go to in this game with new weapons, armor, and whatever else. Bungie.
So what I'm hearing is that they're adding a lot of content to this.
They're adding They're adding a shitload of content to this. This is if you count the fact that they're not giving us a new destination and a new like raid, because here's the thing, I think I could be wrong about this. Tape, you got to confirm me. You got to confirm me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the Shadow and Order update planned to have a dungeon?
Oh gosh.
And that's not coming anymore. Or no, that dungeon already happened. Never mind. I'm false. That dungeon already happened. Ignore me. That was for one of the lightsaber things.
Mm-hmm.
New aspects. Sorry, sandbox, new abilities, and ability updates. New aspects. Solar Hunter gets Crack Shot. Void Warlock gets Soul Siphon. And Solar Titan gets Shield Burst. I was the first one to send this to Malice. New Hunter Melee. Void Hunter. Phantom Surge. And Bungie, because the game is dying, on behalf of every hunter you have wronged, fuck you.
No, I don't care about hunters. Fuck hunters.
Like, okay, maybe I'm crazy, but the entirety of what this is like, okay, so all of the feedback that we've given you for years, all of the stuff we have been doing for years, you have ignored and not said anything.
Correct.
You're finally being forced to sunset, and you have decided in the 11th hour to suddenly make this game good, as if this is a last-ditch effort to save it, when quite honestly, had you been doing this from the get-go, you would have had a consistent income stream and not have been asked to sunset it in the first place.
Yep. No,
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely. Like, if they brought all this stuff
Warlock
out when we were
supremacy?
basically
Yes.
begging them to bring it out, guess what? The game would probably still be alive and have an active player base. But no. New grenades. All classes get Strand Slice Wire Grenade. No idea what Slice Wire means. All classes get Stasis Shatter Grenades, which is probably a new grenade. I mean, it's a new grenade, but we've been able to shatter for years, so what the hell do you mean by shatter? Anyway, class-specific abilities. Warlock, Titan, and Hunter are all getting some new love. Mind Spun will now interact with Threadling Grenade. Ward of Dawn is getting a complete rework. Why are you...
Did you not read any of this?
No, I read it. I read it.
Oh.
But it's all like clicking. Why the hell are you giving Ward of Dawn a rework when you're killing the game?
Yeah, why would you give a game something a rework when it's just gonna die? Let the game die in horrible flames.
What's funny is there have been some content creators. I believe actually the first one I saw that said this was Sweatsicle. Basically said, so what you're doing is you're basically removing the power creep and saying, go nuts, have fun, because you're killing the game. They don't care about power creep anymore. It's just have fun.
Why did you not do that? Okay, I'm going to be echoing that for this entire... But why was this not done from the get-go?
Thank you. Oh, Bungie. Bungie. You're retards.
So does this mean that if there's crazy shit that like crazy bugs that go in the game, they're not going to fix them?
No. They said that they will have a skeleton crew.
Okay, so they'll
not
still fix
specifically a
bugs.
skeleton crew, but there will be some devs that stay around to help, basically like any bugs or like server issues or
Right,
whatever.
because you can't have fun and make game-breaking bugs when a game is supposed to be on life support.
Exactly.
Understood.
Yeah, exactly. All exotics earned since the Edge of Fate launch will automatically be upgraded to have tier 5 stats. We've made some changes to a handful of exotic armors. As an example, what if warlocks could throw 2 Nova Bombs in quick succession to create an even larger explosion? More on this in a future twin. Hey Bungie, we were asking you for that for years, and you didn't give it to us. But now you're giving it to us when the game is dead. Anyway.
Is it worth playing Warframe? I would say so.
I mean, Aqua's usually addicted to it, so.
Not as
I'm
much anymore.
slowly getting back into it.
I was going to say, chat, for clarification, I have over 1,000 hours in Warframe. So the answer is yes.
Yeah. Various exotic weapons will receive a tuning pass, and many will be receiving catalysts.
God, I'm only missing like 5 Warframes, and that's because I took time off.
Portal
That's how addicted it is.
Overhaul. All portal activities are still available to all players via the portal nodes at the bottom of the director. We've taken a deep pass at the portal's difficulty system to ensure players can approach the ops category and have fun with Destiny 2 while still being rewarded. We want to remove choice paralysis. Players should be able to sign in and find the fun quickly rather than being mired and stacking as many difficulty modifiers as possible to earn desirable rewards. What's up?
I'm still floored. I don't understand. Why are we doing it now?
Yeah, why are we doing it now?
Right.
We are expanding our weapon offerings within portal activities. Each experience, so solo ops, fire team ops, arena ops, pinnacle ops, crucible ops, and gambit ops will offer a different pool to earn. We're also updating armors across the portal with new art and new set bonuses and some reprisals too, while adding an exclusive armor to competitive crucible. Onslaught and Crawls, Contest of Elders, and The Coil have received balance passes on difficulty and length. All 3 activities will once again feature escalating difficulty over time, rather than starting at the highest difficulty from the start. Onslaught has been rebalanced to remove revive tokens and get you more scrap more often to bring back the feeling of building up defenses over time. Shax maxing has returned. The hell is Shax maxing?
That makes me cringe.
A few weapons will also be making a return, only available through Onslaught. So for people who do not know what Onslaught is, that is the game mode that we got when we were waiting between Lightfall and the final shape. That little like mini season in there to tide us over because they had to delay the final shape, that's what that is. Which means they're adding even more content or more like rewards to that. Oh my god. Crucible playlists, private matches, and balance. We have 3 new game modes coming to the Crucible, 1 entering our playlist rotation, and 2 more available via private matches. Playlist is getting arena, gunplay centric with old school Bungie PvP vibes. We've been asking you for that for a decade! Private matches gets Glass Cannon, a throwback to Destiny 1 balancing. We've been asking for that for decades. Why now? And, and private matches. Software, third-person abilities only. Think Mayhem, but a little more wild. So you're giving us Mayhem on steroids. Again, something we've been asking for a decade.
All this, but they can't bring back vaulted content? True.
They can't bring back the game I played. That's the thing that's killing me.
Iron Banner will run every 4 weeks, and Trials will appear on non-Iron Banner weekends. Both game modes feature tiered loot and new armor sets to earn. Heavy Metal returns with a 3rd vehicle option, the Cabal Walker. A brand new PvP map, mixed vehicle combat, and vehicle selection. A full suite of competitive Crucible weapons will become tiered, and as mentioned above, a unique armor set has been added to incentivize more competitive play. You're adding so much of what we've been asking just for you to kill the game.
If the game is dying, why are they bothering with any of this? For the same reason that Destiny 1 is still alive. So that they can try and get as much money out of you as possible before the servers are shut down.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sad to say that, but like that's literally, they don't really give a shit about you. They just want you to give as much money as possible before the game is shut down.
Remember them saying making content was hard. Yeah. And they've been saying that this content that they're giving us has been in the work for several expansions now. Why now?
Don't over-deliver.
Well, guess what? They're giving us enough content for this to be a full-on expansion.
Pretty much. Here's a question for you, though, Tim. Are you going to play it?
I'm going to finish reading this article before I answer you.
Fair enough.
Gambit Ops. Gambit is being upgraded to an Ops category and receiving a rewards refresh. Almost like something we've been asking for years.
Holy shit, they're giving you new rewards in Gambit now?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's awesome. I loved Gambit for a while.
We're reprising Gambit weapons as tiered gear with new perks to earn. Seasonal events. Seasonal events are being retired. A collection of weapon rewards for Festival of the Lost, The Dawning, Guardian Games, and Solstice can be earned through engrams on a Monument of Triumph vendor.
Wait. Let me get this freaking straight. So the seasonal rewards that you could have had from the get-go, that you could have purchased from a vendor and just set up, and even you could go so far as to have it like be a like currency you get during these events. You didn't do that from the get-go, and you had to fight much like a typical raid to get a shot at getting these during these events?
Yep.
To even get the role you wanted.
Why in God's name do you... Okay, there's a lot you could take from 14 here. Bitch, that should have been one of them. That should have never been an option. Like, are you for real?
Are you for real? Are you so for real?
On God? Just like that.
FOMO is over.
Gambit was fine. Gambit was fine, yes, but I really didn't like...
It's just Gambit was ignored.
There was no reason to play it, I'm going to be honest with you, outside of just doing it for fun. Like, once you maxed out your shit, unless you were going for that title every single time, which I didn't, because fuck that, I don't care. Why would you continue?
No, absolutely. I'm going to make it even worse for you, though. Armor ornament sets previously available for Bright Dust will be available, not only through direct exchange, but also through Bright Engram focusing. More on that below. Let's get
that's funny.
Into everyone's favorite part of Destiny, Eververse.
That is amazing.
Silver and
They're
Bright
basically
Dust.
saying all the people that worked really hard for that, fuck you.
Yep. Bright Dust will continue to be an earnable currency through gameplay objectives, and we have expanded the offering of cosmetics that can be acquired with this currency. Silver will continue to be available for players to purchase in exchange for various items in the Eververse. Bright Dust rotation is being changed from weekly to daily, giving players more opportunities to exchange this earned currency for the cosmetics they desire. We've added a focusing system for your Bright Engrams. Using an engram and some Bright Dust, you can select from an array of engrams that guarantee the item category results and do not produce duplicates, gradually filling out your collection. You know, you could have just done that years ago,
that's like way too player focused, you know.
You took Bright Engrams from us because it was too rewarding, and now
now they're bringing it back.
So, okay, let me get this freaking straight. Like, because I remember the Bright Engrams, I remember getting to the end of Destiny 2 and doing the whole vendors thing and trying to be like, oh, I gotta go grind for this sort of thing. And they had Bright Engrams at the time. Are you freaking telling me that you took it because people, you think people were abusing it, when in reality they were using it to get good gear and get everything up and running because it was too good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, really quick, did it cost them any money? Like, did it cost the player any money?
No.
That's why. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Thank you, Overture Same.
A lot of what they took away was in the favor of, but what if Eververse? What if you paid us more money?
How about you focus on
Oh.
making your game good, and then you could, get that residual income across the board because people will support it. I don't know. Maybe, care about your people. It's really sad I have to reference Warframe again, that the reason they removed something was because somebody kept doing it so much that it became an actual problem.
Yeah.
That's why they removed certain gotcha elements.
I mean,
And they were afraid it was going to be used in a bad way.
Wait, who did?
Digital Extremes did they were doing a new content thing. It was like kind of a gotcha system.
Yeah.
I forget it was for like Kubros or Kavats or whatever the hell. But they were doing it and it had a gotcha element to it. The problem they had almost immediately is there was one player who just abused the hell out of it. Not like in a bad way, he just kept doing it over and over and over and over again.
Uh-huh.
And they were worried because I think there was a possibility it could be like monetized a little bit, and they said that was a stupid idea. We will never do that again.
Right.
Because they were terrified of basically like choking their audience out.
By the way, chat, go play Warframe. If you're fine with third-person shooters, go play Warframe.
And if you're not and you like MMOs, go play FF14, which has a free trial all the way included cut.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 has updated the free trial recently up to Shadowbringers.
All the way up to level 80.
Which is considered the best expansion that 14 has ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, now's a great time to get into Warframe. Now's a great time to get into Final Fantasy 14.
I agree with Requiem. It'd be great, give the free-to-play players all of the expansions and DLC content.
Warframe removed Kubro pallets. One player spun it 500 times. Oh,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I would definitely remove that.
That is the one.
Rewards Pass. The Monument to Triumph update brings an updated Rewards Pass, what was originally planned for Shadow and Order, featuring a new exotic hand cannon, armor ornaments, and more. We have increased the number of cosmetic rewards on the pass as well, including multiple armor ornament sets, ghosts, shaders, and more. Yes, we said it and more twice. Look, we put a lot of extras on this. We hope you enjoy it. Armor ornaments. True exotic armor transmog.
Wait.
Starting
okay, I'm sorry. Transmog is
universal transmog for
glamour
exotic items?
Starting June 9th, players may apply common, uncommon, rare, legendary armor ornaments to their exotic armors, visible in PvE environments.
So, okay. Again, I have to ask, why was that not there from the beginning? That's literally why you run raids. That's why you play the game. You're telling me that basically people couldn't actually just have a cosmetic to do that already?
Well, because money.
But money, yeah.
Christ.
Destiny 2, The Collection. We are bundling all Destiny 2 content packs into a singular purchase. Something we've been asking for again.
So after so many years, now that the game is dying, they're allowing you to buy everything all together instead of asking you to buy each one separately?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. It gets better. This includes campaigns, dungeon keys, the 30th anniversary pack, and more. Individual content packs and expansions will also receive permanent markdowns in June.
Oh my gosh.
One more thing. Sparrow Racing League returns. Something else we've been asking for since Destiny 1 ended. Bungie literally said they will never bring Sparrow Racing League back because it wasn't profitable to them. Guess what?
Who cares about profits when the game is dying? You know, if I was them, I would kill this game before Stop Killing Games passes.
I mean, maybe they will. At this point, if they don't do it before then, I would look at the Stop Killing Games and just be like, why don't you just prep your community at this point to have everything? Which, there you are. In fact, better yet, tweak it so that at this point, if you were free to play, you could earn a currency to get all of the stuff that you wanted to get, and then, buy, quote unquote, it.
That's what you do in Warframe.
I mean, partially, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Minus the stuff that's made by community members, everything in this game can be earned.
I'm sorry for getting heated, chat, but as someone that did play Destiny since Destiny 1 and all the way through D2, literally since D2 launched, I'm understandably upset.
Well, dude, even as an outsider, I'm just trying to struggle like the decisions that were made for this game, like legitimately, because it's like, okay, so a bunch of these decisions made absolutely no sense. Are we like Bungie? Are you just the Infinity Ward of MMO shooters at this point?
The game is dead. Here is everything you want, by the way.
Pretty
Sparrow
much.
Racing League returns as a permanent addition, reopening tracks from the original Destiny experience and adding a new space to race opponents on. We've created a new unique weapon set to earn by competing in races. Armor sets return with a new set bonus and numerous cosmetics, including horns.
But
Destiny 1
As
used to
in-
have horns on Sparrows.
I know I used them. You
As like
just
honking
removed them?
honking
Yeah.
horns.
Yeah. It's funny. Literally, you could walk up in a Sparrow and like, beep, beep, get in, virgins, we're going raiding.
That's amazing. What about Groffit? There is no Groffit chat in Destiny. You only get Groffit from Warframe. Must get
So
more Groffit.
Kokata.
Oh my god.
I don't even know where to begin, dude. God, if you don't have an aneurysm, I might. I don't even play the game.
See, chat, I'm one of those individuals that got into the game like a month before Beyond Light came out. So while I'm definitely pissed off with a lot of this because I played the game for quite a few years, I'm not as affected by it because it's just like I always knew this would happen to Bungie. Like I've just been watching it and it's been going down and down and down ever since. And honestly, I just feel bad for the people that like are suffering through it. I feel bad for Temp and I feel bad for some of the content creators. I don't feel bad for all of the people, but I just feel bad for the ones that actually did enjoy this game and walked up with this game and watched it die slowly. Trust me, I get it.
Twids and developer insights through launch. Each week through launch, we'll be diving a bit deeper into each subject through a mix of developer insight articles and This Week in Destiny updates. We're spreading things out just a bit to avoid massive walls of text and information overload, while giving our team some time for last-minute tuning and testing passes. Oh, so now you're doing testing. Okay.
That's new. They don't test
really
anything.
is.
What do you mean?
They really don't test things. First on our list will be a deeper dive into the return of the director, how we're updating activities across the game, how we're updating SRL for Destiny 2. This will be followed by a full week of articles dedicated to our weapon sandbox, raid and dungeon updates, and then a week dedicated to armor updates and abilities. After launch, the Twid will continue for a few weeks to keep you informed on any immediate Monument of Triumph news. Once we're through our launch window, our weekly blog posts will be entering a form of hibernation as well. This won't be the end of communications from us by many means. We'll still be keeping in touch with you and sharing community highlights through our website, social media channels, Discord, and other outlets. Once we have more news to share on Destiny, you will be the first to know. Finally,
The dev team is 100% suffering? Oh, no, 100%. I'm not going to get mad at the dev team. Most of the devs probably knew that this was coming and were upset about it too. Trust me, I'm not mad at them. Overall, I think this whole thing is pretty fucked, and a lot of people chose not to fix it.
Like, I don't know, but we'll just get to the end of the article before I throw a thing in.
Finally, thank you. Destiny 2 has been our home for many, many years. The unknown can sometimes feel wild, even a bit scary at times, but these opportunities to explore the future are invigorating. As we look ahead, our commitment remains the same, to make games we, and you, are excited to play. From here, all of us here at Bungie, we cannot thank you enough for joining us on this journey throughout the Sol System, and you'll find us Starside for years to come. Per Audacia ad Astra.
I don't even know where to begin. Like, holy hell. Like, I can share in the frustration. Like,
A lot of good pro player moves that they're doing right there. I can't believe Bungie would be that nice to all their players.
yeah, finally. Well, I mean, Temp, you've seen these pictures before, but like this goes to show you how hard I was into Destiny 1 originally.
Yeah.
Like, I've thrown it in the side chat
Yeah.
for both of y'all.
Here, I'll even show this on stream. Like, this is stuff that Dylan has. Like,
This came out when I was working for Destiny 1. I literally bought this magazine and then bought the strategy guide. and then promptly
They
bought
had a
another
strategy
thing.
guide.
They
They
did.
had a It's a book.
Was it just for base 1?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how big was it?
It's about, in comparison to 3 other strategy guides I have. So to give you a comparison, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, Banjo-Tooie, that's an old game, and
Oh,
Resident
yeah.
Evil 0. All 3 of those combined, it is about as big as that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's big.
It's freaking huge. The last thing, of course, I swear to God, I'm never going to touch because I'm summoning a demon.
Yeah, I'm afraid of this thing. Whatever this is.
You have astronaut ice cream that you haven't opened?
Correct. It's been sealed
know-
since it came out.
Do you know who you need to send that to?
Ooh.
The MRE guy that eats MREs. Just send it to him and tell him to
Right.
eat it.
Why would I do that to that poor man?
Because he it's not, as long as it's not from China,
no,
he'll be fine.
It,
No,
it,
it is freeze-dried.
it is freeze-dried. But also, it does come from Destiny, which is Bungie, and I don't trust them to make something edible.
Yeah, as long as it's not from China, he'll be fine.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, Akko wanted me
God,
to put
that's-
something in the docket, and ironically, Akko wanted to show this first, and I completely spaced. Chat.
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
It's very accurate,
Not wrong.
but also, welcome back to Forsaken.
For real.
Except this time, instead of Arcade 6, it's the game.
I feel like it's very accurate because it's literally just what's happening right now.
So, to answer Akko's question, will I be trying the game again? I'm gonna be honest, chat. I've had this talk with Akko already, and Akko's been shaming me for a while. Like, why would you go back to
I
Destiny?
didn't shame you.
No. Hold on. Let me finish. You've been shaming me because every time I consider, like, oh, I might want to go back to Destiny. I kind of just want to, play it a little bit because I just missed the gameplay. And then Akko asked me when this update came out. It's like, hey, I'm not going to shame you for jumping in and checking things out. So, maybe.
Chat, he's telling you that I was able to keep him from playing this game that has harmed his psyche over the last couple of years. So I need to shame him more so that he doesn't do that to other games. That's what he's telling me right now. But no, I think that genuinely this is pretty depressing. And I don't mind if people... I mean, like, I really don't care. And I don't think you should care about my opinion in that regard. But, like... I don't think it's a big deal to walk in and, like, reminisce while it still exists.
Mm-hmm. To a point that I don't know if I will. It depends on how much they lower the cost, admittedly. But I might also check out the Edge of Fate and Renegades updates.
Oh, man.
I mean, well, here's the thing. If I do that, then it means I am fully caught up on what paid content there is, and I'm not limited by what I can and cannot do when I decide to actually finish, like, check out the new things. Again, it depends on how much they lower those prices.
They're not good. Chat says they're not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the fuck out of that patch, then probably uninstall forever. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go. I'm thinking I might go in for one last hurrah.
It's just so disheartening.
I'm not gonna drag any friends with me. I know there are friends of mine who gave up when I did. In fact, I still have friends telling me, why would you go bother playing when the game is shutting down? But I'm like, you know what? I've been playing since D1. I've been playing since open beta.
Is Malice not going to go back?
No. Malice
Fair
nor
enough.
Dom.
Fair enough.
I'm alone in this. But I've been playing since D1 open beta. And Destiny has been a massive part of my life for years. I quit when Final Shape was done. Because the
You
story
quit a
was
little
done.
after that, but...
Well, I finished the seasons, kind of paid for them. But I think I might go in for one last go. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say go ahead and do it because it's, in all honesty, this is like you have your favorite place and it's getting shut down.
Well, it's not getting
Or
shut down. The game is...
Like Club Penguin.
Right.
No, that's a misconception. The game itself is not actually getting shut down. It's just the game is stopping development.
there will
I
be
mean,
no
sure,
more
but
story.
still, it's like, man.
Yeah.
It does
So
put a
it's-
timer on the game. The
It
question
does.
is how long that timer is. Is it a year, 2, 3, or when Bungie shuts down?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's coming in the future too. You know that for a
Oh, yeah,
fact.
I do. So, hits play.
It'll
one
be
more
like
time.
mixtape, but less shitty and way less gay. Only slightly, because there are gay characters in the game.
So, I'm gonna... I'm not gonna, like, play... Hold on, let me read this super. Internet Zen Master for 10. Give them some credit. They didn't use AI to write this article. Still, not negative 99 out of a score of 100, but that's a plus, I guess. Also, bad temp. D2 is like a bad girlfriend. Stop going back to her. I mean, fair, but...
Can I be evil for a hot minute? This isn't really going back to the girlfriend. This is effectively going to see the girlfriend as she's in jail and not being able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say some sort of weird revenge hate fucking, but that works too.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
gonna go to that remark because, in all honesty, that implies that there was actually still something there.
Yeah.
I mean, there probably is.
No. No.
Another way I can look at it, and it kind of is in line with the jail thing. Imagine your ex, like you've left your ex, and like you remember her fondly, but you
One
also
last
remember
conjugal
the not
visit.
fond parts. But she's literally in the hospital. She's on her deathbed, and you go in for one last just check in with her.
Requiem. No, this is a view of her funeral.
That
I
got
mean,
dark
also not wrong.
fast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chad. I just thought that I thought my idea was funnier.
But we have a whole
revenge
bunch of
fucking.
stuff to get through, and it's frustrating.
Completely consensual.
But
Put it mildly.
I want to get into this first. We're gonna not listen to this dialogue because I don't really want to harp on Dado. But Dado had a full video going over the article, and he actively cried in the video, and I don't blame him.
I know some people were making fun of him, and to a small extent, I can kind of understand why some people would make fun of him. But it has been his job for like about 10 years.
It's been more.
And I think
since D1 like came out.
Okay, but the point I am going to make is, what is he going to do now? That's the hard part that he has to answer.
He's kind of been doing variety content as well, so he would probably be fine overall. It's just, it's one of those
Reverse
things.
NTR, fair.
It's one of those things of like, you've known that they were going to, and I'm gonna get a little personal here.
Uh-oh.
I had a family member pass away, and I had accepted when they were not doing well that they were on death's door, that they were going to pass away, and I accepted that. I got everything out, and I know it's a weird analogy, but despite that, I made peace with that. But after they finally passed away, no, it hit again.
Mhm.
And this is one of the things I knew was going to happen, but it doesn't make it hit any less. In the cases of people like Sweat, Dado, like I don't know like who else, but I know I've been seeing people get emotional about this, and it's like
I
we've
want to see
all
what Fife
known
has to say.
that this was where it was going. We all knew this was going to happen eventually, but that doesn't make the moment it hits, the moment it happens, hit any worse.
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean, it's been what, a decade since this game? About 12 years now?
Yeah.
That is, in a lot of cases, assuming we live to 100, that is at minimum a tenth of your life has been spent on this singular game.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, that is more than just a change. That is a life-altering, incident is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure.
And that can destroy people, because a lot of people are not prepped for this kind of damage.
Hmm.
It is, stages of grief are brutal.
Oh, for sure.
Even if you've fully accepted it, even I've had other family members that passed away, and honest to God, when I was like, they'll go eventually and I'll be fine. I've never been fine every single time it's happened. I can only imagine the stress that he's dealing with 10 or 12 years. This man has practically centered his life around this game. And to see it now suddenly gone because they decided to say, oh yeah, we're just going to get rid of it. It's just like, what the hell? It's like pretty much earth-shattering and world-shattering to a degree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tapeworm for 10. Counter argument, go gank some aliens and have fun. It's not that deep. I agree. It's not that deep. No, absolutely. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Chat, sometime in June, we're going to be playing some Destiny 2 on stream.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
We're going to play some Destiny.
The inevitable outcome? Yeah. Again, like, I'm not going to, like, make fun of a lot of these content creators. There's only a few of them where I'm going to look at them and I'm like, man, you sound pathetic.
Mhm.
But definitely not him. I think Bife is one of the ones where I'm, like, just interested to see what he has to say. Also,
Yeah,
just because
I
the
don't
way
think-
that Bife... here's my problem with Bife. Bife, like, tries to make himself sound, like, way more of a victim, and it's just like, Bife, come on now. I don't like listening to Bife whine, bitch, and moan sometimes. It's just like, I understand it sucks, and but you got to get up and move on. And he's just one of those ones that I don't like listening to talk about this kind of shit.
No, yeah. Internet Master for 10. Guys like Bife and Evase are screwed, probably both financially and emotionally. They've tried to branch out to Marathon, but it's definitely not the same. Also, if you're playing it, shot caller time. I mean, maybe, yeah. No, we might bring in the shot caller. Yeah. Absolutely.
Shot caller while you're doing dungeons.
Yeah, I could see
And
it.
Temp, here's what I'll tell you. I will, I'll do it with you. Just one more time. You know? Drag Aqua with you. Yeah, we'll do it one more time.
One more hurrah.
I'm not going to buy any expansions, though, unless they're deeply discounted.
That's the thing, is I might not buy them unless it's like, if it's like $20 a pop. Like, it's $40
I would
still,
much rather
but-
buy more cardboard crack than that. I've got a good amount already anyway, but I would rather spend on card. If it's like $40 or $50, like, nah, I'd rather go buy some packs of cards instead.
So Marty O'Donnell chimed into this, the former composer for the game.
Oh gosh, he's definitely gonna have some words, I bet.
Turns out it turns out that the darkness was actually wokeness. Not incorrect. That definitely did kill the game.
He's allowed to say that.
No,
he's
is.
definitely allowed to
I mean,
say
that was part of the reason he got fired.
Yeah.
Is because he did not bow to Bungie's pushing of woke.
Complaining, I'm not gonna complain. Listen, I dislike a lot of the stuff that Destiny has done. Doesn't mean I hate Destiny. I just refuse to support a game with the practices that they did.
Yeah.
Now that it's dying, I'll participate with a friend one last time
Mhm.
before his favorite video game is like taken out to the back and shot. So, and not killed, but like made retarded.
No. Did you see my title for my stream today?
Mm-mm.
Bungie has Old Yeller Destiny in favor of Marathon.
No, my thought process is they're not Old Yellering Destiny. They're just permanently making it disabled.
I go on a limb and say this is Old Yeller.
It's like when you turn a normal person into somebody with like autism. I was about to say Down syndrome, but that felt a little bit more cruel.
Yeah.
But it's when you permanently disable somebody. It's like really depressing.
I'm gonna be honest. The Down syndrome is a bad analogy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't include it.
I say that because it's actually the opposite. They're actually very, very good workers.
That's true. They are. I actually visited a restaurant that employed Down syndrome people, and they're actually very attentive and very nice. That's why I didn't. Again, that's why I didn't include it.
Yeah, fair.
Lobotomy, yeah, it's basically like lobotomizing it. Temp.
Sorry.
I can't hear him.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
Did you mute yourself?
I did. There's some noises happening outside, and I've been muting to check on it, and I have no idea what it is. Hallen, Destiny's composer, who actually knows the inside of Bungie, gives his opinion. People say he's wrong. Who will you believe? Random people or the guy who wrote the music of your childhood? I fucking love Marty. It's so great knowing he's not for any of this bullshit in games media.
Didn't he run for Congress or something?
Yes, and
What am I thinking about?
and he's endorsed by Trump.
Oh, good. Then he might win.
Oh, he's very likely going to win. Yeah.
That's funny.
I wanted to bring this up, and Tape in chat. I'm glad Tape's here for this. From Pablo, the design director for Warframe. When Heroes of the Storm ended development, I was very sad. I loved that game. People kept saying play League or Dota. Most were trying to be helpful, but they were just annoying. I was sad the game I liked was ending and didn't need people telling me how their MOBA was better.
God, that's a mood.
And I agree.
This is, again, another fucking Armadillo lore. I have the box of Heroes of the Storm for PC when they sold it in stores.
Yep. And I'm glad, this is why I'm glad Tape is here too. I have seen nothing but negativity out of the Warframe and Final Fantasy 14 communities from this announcement.
Have they real? Well, okay.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to the Warframe community.
So, it's pretty much almost unanimously known that Destiny's community is incredibly toxic.
Yes, that's why
it's
we
one
don't
of the
care about
worst communities in
community.
gaming.
That's why I don't like the Destiny community and don't care about them.
So, when people are saying, you know, we need to gatekeep these games and not let any Destiny players in, I don't like that.
For the most part.
I
For
mean,
the most part, I'm fine with gatekeeping.
I kind of agree. I'm if they want to come play, let them come play. Just leave that toxicity at the door.
You know they won't.
They won't. But the
like
best
Tumblr coming to Twitter.
The best looter shooter on the market is done. And we're not going to have any potential replacement until The Cube, which is the MMO looter shooter from the devs of Atomic Heart.
Which I will be trying.
I will be trying that, yes. When everyone is telling me not to play their games like Warframe or 14 for enjoying D2, this means a lot. It does. And I don't like that. And I'm very disappointed in both those communities because right now, the Destiny community is looking for new homes.
Listen, Tape, you can come to Warframe. You're acceptable. All right,
So,
but all of the toxic people can't come. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't.
So the problem I have now is, does that now mean everyone is going to go to Arc Raiders?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Maybe.
options. There's Arc Raiders. No. People don't want to go to Marathon. Marathon's a shit game, and I hate saying that because I wish it was good, but Bungie abandoned what made Marathon for the sake of money.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I was picking up, I picked up Classic Marathon because, again, free on Steam. Okay, budget gamer, let's absolutely make this happen. And it's wholly different than what was shown to me for current Marathon. And I'm just like, where's the disconnect here? That's what's flooring me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why everything changed so much. Again, yes, money, but it's like, guys, like, okay, what you're doing here for Destiny 2 in its last, throws in the hurrah, whatever the hell. You need to take that while the iron is still hot, and you could theoretically save the community. You need to do that to Marathon now.
Yep. Bungie, I feel like would need to hard shift what Marathon is and change it back to what it should have been. But that also means dropping the extraction shooter portion of it.
Yeah, and that's not what
or at least
Sony
modifying
wanted.
that into just a game mode you can do.
I would
Definitely
say
not what Sony wanted.
you could do it like that, but you would do it. I hate pulling this as an example, but you should pull it the same way that they did the General Knox DLC in Borderlands 1. And that is, you are on a timer, open as many stuff as you want, get as much loot as you want, stuff is coming in on top of you. And either you escape and get like a whole bunch of extra loot, or you can die, but you still get stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Like, that would work wonders.
Only gatekeep if incoming people want to change the community. Marathon is making a PvE mode, but it's too late. The $40 price tag is also keeping people out. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, the $40 price tag is not all that bad considering what the price tag of typical games are, which is $70 now. But at the same time, Arc Raiders is also $40, and between the two, I'd rather go play Arc Raiders. Bungie's original idea for Marathon was so much better than what they had to make. That's like asking Overwatch to put in that campaign mode. Yeah, exactly. And like, it's never going to happen, but it needs to. And I want to be that voice and basically say, look, if you're coming from Destiny, you're jumping into Warframe, you're jumping into Arc Raiders, you're jumping into Final Fantasy 14. Hell, you're jumping into World of Warcraft. Welcome. Just leave that negativity at the door. All these communities have had enough of it, and we're all refugees of Destiny.
Oh, gross. Don't say refugees.
It's true. We are.
I don't care. Just don't say refugees.
I mean, that's what happens when a place goes. They're going to go somewhere else. That's happened since time immemorial for internet stuff. I'm not upset. It's just disheartening because, yeah, it sucks. It's awful. And to be honest, when it comes to people like Destiny 2 jumping into other communities, the only thing I'll state is just respect the rules, and you would be surprised how many people will show leniency. I've seen a lot of communities that will take people in if you respect the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how simple it is. And I can promise you, you will absolutely find a home.
Absolutely. 14 already got shifted by all the WoW refugees. 14 has the wave of WoW refugees. It was a shit show. Yeah, the 14 community has definitely degraded from the WoW refugees. And I hate to say that.
It's degraded, but I mean, like, in fact, just last night, I was doing a aerochemical research facility and literally got in, and the players were incredibly nice, incredibly awesome. We completely destroyed ourselves on the last boss. We screwed up mechanics completely. And everyone just shrugged it off and be like, all right, let's go it again. We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
Like, that community's still there. Like I said, you can find a home.
You have to respect the home.
And
that's why so many people are iffy, myself included.
Well, and that's part of the problem as well, is when you look at the negative side of the communities, like you see the community for Destiny, you see the community for Warframe, for 14, for WoW, for any game. You know where the places that you don't want to be for that are? Reddit and Twitter. Or X.
For real.
But if you just want to, like, sit there and talk with people in the game, I can promise you people in the game are far nicer than those that just are on the internet. So.
Domore for 5 says Gatekeep harder. They infiltrated wargaming scene and fucked it up. They broke into D&D and they slimed up Western anime. Again, I think my problem is I am accepting of people, but my hand is it's like with Warhammer xenophobia. My hand is kept behind my back because I don't trust people. I don't trust people, and historically the Destiny community has not been very nice, so I just don't really care for a lot of them. Again, there's definitely gonna be people I'll be fine with, but like I am very iffy with a lot of Destiny people. So.
Yeah, no, I am too, and I understand why people are.
Displays Destiny player. I quit Destiny a long time ago. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been a Warframe player for a while. Everybody keeps telling me that there's problems with Warframe. Trust me, there's problems with Warframe, but they've got a long line to go before they start repeating the problems of Bungie.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not a refugee of Destiny. I left it and immigrated to something new a long time ago.
Warframe has definitely, like, when something has just happened, when something, in fact, I think I could find the actual tweet. I meant to put it in the docket. I think I forgot about it. Where's Moxie? Moxie's another content creator, and I saw a post from him today, and I wanted to talk about it. Here it is. I feel like this is the biggest complaint with most looter shooter / ARPGs. Lack of endgame. Anthem, Outriders, launched Diablo 4, etc. Yet, Warframe is now the longest standing game in the genre, and it legitimately lacks endgame. What's their secret?
Not really. It doesn't really lack endgame.
Well, compared to other
People
things
just
like what you want out of a looter shooter, it lacks endgame.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the secret is just that it's got a nice community.
And that's the thing.
Pretty fair community. Community has kept it alive. It's got
a good gameplay.
devs that actually give a shit.
Well, even without the endgame, it has a gameplay loop.
Yeah.
And that
gameplay
gameplay
got devs
loop is
that give a shit
consistent.
about it.
Mhm.
It's got people that listen and are willing to give feedback. They have literally made changes same day when people say, "Hey, this is broken, this is dumb," you know.
Yep.
And so because of that, I don't know. It's just like I know why they're so successful. So it's just
Well,
like
I would argue it is in fact the devs. I mean, a great example of this. Okay, so back when Kavats were first introduced to Warframe, if you were doing Kubro breeding, which I was, turns out you could get Kavat and Kubro and you could splice them together, basically make an unholy abomination. I have one. When that came out, when they said they were going to patch it, the only thing they provided was the Ian Malcolm meme from Jurassic Park. You scientists knew that they could, but didn't stop to think if they should. And the most important part about that is everyone who did do this glitch and who did create an abomination, they never touched them. They said you can straight up keep them. We're not going to allow you to do it anymore. We have patched it, but anything you have made, it is yours to keep, and we're not going to take it from you.
Warframe players have been awfully shitty to me, and I'm sorry for that tape. I really am. Like, I understand why you wouldn't want to play Warframe 14, but if you do, you have an entire community here that is open and willing to play with you for both those games.
And I don't really approve of that. I know that some are probably shit, but like,
well,
you shouldn't take an entire. I would say just like there's not the entire Destiny community sucks, even though I think it's quite a lot.
There's a lot of them that
I
are,
would
but
say
not
that
the
a lot of the
entire
Warframe community isn't.
I mean,
Should've
even if
seen
you
me
want
when I
to.
played a bunch of Warframe back in the day.
Yeah, and Tape, you've seen it, dude. I will gladly come play with you.
Yeah, so
Like,
what
I have no
Hell, I
problems with
will.
that.
I'm playing right now.
So, but let's
Well,
get
I've
into the
never
other
done this
things for this. Let's make people mad again.
Can't believe they made a tower.
Former Destiny 2 dev says ex-CEO Pete Parsons was the real Destiny killer after Bungie announced the end of Destiny 2 live service development. I'm not overly surprised by that. I think he was pretty much installed into Bungie during the Halo days.
Yeah.
And it really felt like there's been something pushing back against Destiny since day one. And Pete Parsons definitely feels like he's
one of them.
Yeah. Every game is represented by their worst. We just don't see it from our side. Yeah. Absolutely. Former Destiny 2 senior narrative director or designer Robert Brooks says a proper Jivu Arath campaign and raid were pitched multiple times for Destiny 2, stating you'd be surprised how many times this was pitched for D2. Yeah,
I imagine quite a lot.
Destiny is ending before we get our final raid dealing with the final member of the Hive Pantheon.
I imagine that would have been quite interesting.
Well, considering she's the god of war, that could have been a spectacle, and they refused to give it to us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't imagine that it would have been harder than some of the previous raids you've had.
no, but I
feel
think,
like
I
feel like Oryx was the most powerful of the three of them.
no, absolutely not. No. In fact, he was probably the weakest. The difference is that he used the powers of the darkness, unlike Savathun and Jivu Arath. Until, well, Jivu Arath was revealed to be a little simp of the witness, but...
Mm-hmm. But we got Star Wars. You did get Star Wars. Congratulations.
We did get Star Wars.
How was that?
Why did they go to that one? Former Destiny 2 dev says players should have seen the original iteration of the Lightfall expansion. Claims it was glorious before being completely cut.
I believe it.
So there have been rumors for
fuck
years.
they put in there.
There have been rumors for years that the version of Lightfall we got was rushed and just thrown together so they had something. Because they were trying to meet a deadline. But the original version was a combination of what Lightfall and Final Shape was, and completely different.
I believe it. I still feel like Final Shape had a bit of rushedness to it.
It did.
Like they were just like trying to get through the story as fast as possible.
Yeah. At the point in his raid, Oryx was the strongest. At the point when you fought him in the raid, yes. But overall, no.
Considering what he did, yeah.
Um,
Non-biometric. Yeah, exactly. excuse me, you can't just say non-binary metrosexual nimbus. You have to say non-binary fart fetishist metrosexual nimbus.
And then from
Don't
Pirate
forget
Nation,
who the actor was.
reports suggest Bungie originally planned to support Destiny 2 for much longer, but growing financial pressure appears to have changed those plans after Sony acquired the studio. According to multiple claims, Sony reviewed Bungie's financial performance and became concerned about rising development costs, missed targets, and declining player engagement. That reportedly increased internal focus on Marathon. Several reports also say many Bungie employees were not fully aware of how serious the company's financial situation was until layoffs and restructuring began affecting multiple teams.
I mean, you don't ever know how bad it is until, because it's not like the boss is going to tell you. When does a boss ever tell you that that kind of shit is going on?
Yep. I think this is... Let me double check, because I have what Victor sent me. I want to make sure that what he sent me is what else I'm going to... Yeah, this is. All right. Is this Paul Tassi? No, this is Jason Schreier. So we'll read the Paul Tassi one first, and then we'll go to Jason Schreier. Almost all of Bungie didn't know Destiny 2 was ending active development until it was announced yesterday. Now, of course, this article was posted on the 22nd.
That sounds about right.
So I could just scroll down. 22nd, yeah. So even a lot of Bungie was like, oh, we didn't even know this was ending. I'm about to make it worse for all of you. According to Jason Schreier, Bungie plans layoffs after ending Destiny 2 development. I'm trying to
remember the last time they laid off people, how many people they were reduced to. They're well under 5,000 employees now.
Oh, yeah. In fact, they may even be well under 1,000 now.
Potentially.
Sony Group Core Bungie unit is planning a significant number of layoffs as it ends development on the long-running online shooter game Destiny 2. According to people familiar with the studio's plans, the company doesn't have a new project lined up for Destiny 2's development team after the game comes to an end next month. According to the people who asked not to be identified because they weren't authorized to speak to press, Bungie doesn't plan to immediately enter production on a Destiny 3, they said. The number of job cuts were not known. Welcome, Magma Raiders. How was Voices of the Void? I hope you had fun today.
I love that. I hope you have fun today.
I tell you what.
That's right.
On Thursday, Bungie confirmed the upcoming June 9th update of Destiny 2 will be the final content update for the game. The studio promised that it will remain online for players to access, stating, "While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2." Bungie wrote in a blog post. Bungie staff are looking to pitch and begin development of new projects, including in the Destiny franchise, but none have been greenlit, and there's no guarantee that any will move forward in the challenging market that has led companies like Sony to raise prices and cut costs. Headquarters in Bellevue, Washington, Bungie is one of the more expensive studios to operate, given the cost of paying tech-savvy workers in suburban Seattle and the longevity of its staff. Bungie is also investing more into the extraction shooter Marathon, which has not met sales expectations since its March release, but which the company hopes will expand its player base over time. The studio has moved some staff from the Destiny team to Marathon in recent months. A representative for Sony didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. Destiny was once one of the most popular games on the market, generating more than $500 million in revenue when it launched in 2014, and inspiring countless imitators. In 2017, Bungie put out a sequel, and after parting ways with publisher Activision Blizzard Incorporated, the studio decided to continuously update Destiny 2 with new content expansions rather than release further entries in the franchise. The results were mixed, but millions of players stuck with the game, which became free-to-play in 2019. In 2022, Sony purchased Bungie for $3.6 billion, and in subsequent years, the studio laid off hundreds of employees and canceled several projects, including Payback, a game set in the world of Destiny that was envisioned as the future of the franchise. Bungie released an expansion that appeared to conclude the game's story, The Final Shape, to rave reviews in 2024. The player count has dropped significantly since then. The most recent release, a Star Wars-themed update, brought in a fraction of the Final Shaped players.
Gosh damn, it's crazy to think that that was 2 years ago.
Bungie's leaders had talked about ways to retool Destiny 2 to make it more approachable for new players, but earlier this year, they instead decided to end development of the game, partly to shift resources to Marathon. So, Bungie did not tell their employees that they were ending development of Destiny 2, and is planning layoffs of probably the same employees that were just told the game is ending.
I mean, that's a very cruel thing to do, but no company ever does that, so I'm not surprised. Company's not going to tell you, hey, update your resume. I mean, I remember, like, what was it? Last year, one of the companies I worked for only a couple of months, I was planning to work there for maybe like a year or two until it was time to move again. But like, I planned to work there for a while, and I heard a leak through an HR person that they were going to close the company.
Yeah.
And they were only telling people because they were upset that nobody knew that the company was laying off everybody.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it was just like, no company ever tells you when you're going to get laid off. It's a real big nicety, a nice heads up that you're able to do that. Like, I got an opportunity that nobody else ever gets. You never get the opportunity to be told, hey, you're going to get fired here in a couple of weeks. You better update your resume.
No, yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's horrible, but I feel like a lot of people need to remember it's not uncommon.
No, it's not uncommon at all. It sucks, but it's not. New player experience is awful. Red War campaign was and still is the best starting point for a new player. It is, and was. Yeah. And let me make sure, because there's some stuff that Akko put in the docket that was not in the Destiny thread. So I have to make 100% sure that we have all of that before we go into the final thing about Destiny. That is everything. Yes, okay. Finally, there's a petition for Sony to start development of Destiny 3. It has reached 165,291 verified signatures.
How is it verified?
Well, it says right here, like literally.
Yeah, but how do they verify it?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. But basically, it's just like saying, hey, we don't want Destiny to end. What we want is Destiny 2 or Destiny 3 to start. Because really, that's kind of been what a major part of a lot of this is that Destiny 2 feels bloated. Destiny 2 has been bloated for several years. And though we don't want them to sunset content, we also would like a fresh start. Where there's no sunset content, where there's no problems. Well, not to say there's no problems, but the problems that we started with Destiny 2. But we still want Destiny. Now, what this is saying is petitioning Sony. So, Sony owns Bungie, which means Sony owns the Destiny IP. Which means Sony, if they really wanted to, could go hire another studio or take one of their other studios to develop a Destiny 3. I don't know if they will ever do this. They will probably let Bungie do this if it ever happens. But as of right now, I do not think this petition is going to go anywhere.
Probably not.
But
I forgot that we had an
the fact that there's more signatures here than there are active players in general, I believe, means that there is definitely a desire for it. It's just people don't want to go back and play D2, and I don't blame them.
That's kind of sad, honestly.